Money leaks, those are kind of expenses which we kind of not identify when we review our bank statements each month end. The fact that you can't really see of your pocket doesn't really mean you don't have those. If you're new to my channel, this is Manyonga, the founder and blogger of Let's Talk Finances with Tari. On this channel, we share financial literacy content and how to manage your money. So don't forget to subscribe and give a thumbs up to our video. So today we're going to talk about the money leaks, with those money expenses which goes unnoticed on our bank statements. I'll talk of simply 5 money leaks which I've noticed on my bank statement. We're not really wasting money, but the money, we are actually leaking some money. So with those money leaks, we have to patch them. Number 1, money I used to spend on airtime and data. So I was actually calculating the money which I usually buy on a daily basis or weekly basis, and this money added up to 500 rands. And for me, to be honest, 500 rands is an issue because I'm kind of very intentional with my money. So when I noticed that I'm spending 500 rand on ATM and data, it was really kind of a big issue. How did I let this money unnoticed? Because what I've noticed that the problem which I was doing is that I was just kind of swiping, when I just feel like I want to make a call, I just kind of buy data or buy airtime and just make a call. But I wasn't actually putting this money on my budget. That's why I call it a money leak, because the money is not on my budget. And at the end of the day, you might be surprised when the month end comes okay, where did actually my other money went to? But looking at it I'm spending 500 rand, which was going unnoticed to my airtime. So actually with all the money leaks, we can be able to patch them. If you identify a money leak, you can actually ask yourself questions and see how you can patch that money leak so that you don't continue sprangling money from your pockets, right? That's the idea of managing our money at the end of the day. So what I ended up doing, I ended up putting airtime on my budget, and I decided to buy data for 150 rand, which can actually last me for the month. Then I decided to buy 100 rand airtime when I want to make calls. So I actually make sure that I take care of this money and I take care of this airtime and my data, because I'm kind of very intentional with every cent which I spend. Because for me, every cent matters for me. So I'm kind of I'm that person who's kind of very intentional with every cent. So now if I want to speak with family and all that, I mainly use WhatsApp, because WhatsApp is easier to call with. It's cheaper. It's not really easy. It's not only about being easier to use, but it's also cheaper. So with calls, I usually use WhatsApp. Then with other calls which I want to make, then I use the 100 rand. So you see from this analysis which I did from me analyzing my money leaks, I managed to save 250 rand on my data step. Yippee! 250 rand is now going to savings. So you see, that's what is very important sometimes, to check what's happening with your money. Then the second one which I noticed, but this one I thank my mom, because I don't do it. She kind of disciplined to me from a very young age, buying lunch and breakfast. I know we do have friends, we do have colleagues. There's nothing really bad with that if you can afford it to buy lunch every day. There's nothing wrong with that. But if you can't afford it, and if you don't have money for savings, if you're not having any money to put for savings, you're the right person whom I'm speaking to. Right, so let's just look at this scenario. That's simple mathematics. You buy breakfast for 20 rand, your lunch for 30 rand, which means you're spending 50 rand per week. Sorry, 50 rand every day. You're spending 50 rand every day. So if you calculate that 50 rand times 5 days you go to work, that is 250 rand which you're spending per week, and per month that is 1,000 rand. For me, it's a big issue. It's a big thing, because you look at 1,000 rand, where I can actually maybe just get my lunch, prepare my lunch, my breakfast from home, and I can still eat it at work. Besides being money savvy and all that, it's also healthy to cook your own food and eat it. But yeah, we all have different scenarios. But now I'm talking to that person who says that they don't have money to save. If you're buying lunch and you're saying that you don't have money to save, you need to revisit your priorities when it comes to your finances, because that money which you're using on lunch, you can actually channel it to your savings, and per year you could have saved yourself 12,000 rand. Right, that's a start. Then, number 3, the other thing which I noticed where I was leaking my money on my Lati factor. Lati factor is those it's those small things where we can actually spend money because we feel like we have to spoil ourselves. Yes, we have to spoil ourselves because we really work hard, but we also need to see if we can actually minimize the money which we're using for that. With me, my Lati factor used to be chocolates and sweet things. I used to love chocolate. So what I used to do, like each time when I stop at the garage filling up the fuel, I used to stop, go to the shop, get a chocolate, and it was just kind of a routine. Like every week when I'm filling up my tank, I just used to go to the shop, get a chocolate, or if I go, or maybe if I'm just going to the shop, maybe to get my vegetables, I just ended up getting a chocolate when I'm by the till to make a payment. Because it's something which I felt like, oh, I just need a chocolate. So I did all those small calculations of all those little chocolates which I was getting. Like, there was a month which I said, you know when you're serious, when you're very intentional with your finances, every dollar matters, eh? So this month I decided to put all the receipts aside for those little chocolates which I was buying. I added them, they amounted to 400 rand. Again, for me, it's a big thing. That 400 rand was a big thing. So I asked myself, okay, I love chocolate. It's something which I can't really cut off for my budget because I really do love chocolate. And sometimes if I don't eat them, my mind doesn't really function well. So sometimes if I eat a chocolate, I can make a nice YouTube video like today because I just ate my chocolate. So you see those kind of things. So I decided like when I'm doing my grocery shopping, I can actually get my packet of chocolates and my packet of sweets, which is actually cheaper because now I'm actually spending less than 150 rand. Again, yippee! Another 250 rand going to my savings. You see? Then the fourth one, which many people we don't really see, money we spend on bank charges. I'm talking like here in South Africa. Here in South Africa, like, do you know like each card you use, there are different bank charges on the card you use. There are those other like black cards where people like when they see you with a black card, they think that you're wealthy, that it is going to benefit on your finances. Because you know what, when you go to the bank and your personal banker asks you, do you want to upgrade your account? So sometimes with upgrading your account, it means just for you changing the card, just because for status, when people see you with a blue card or gold card, they know that, okay, you're a low income earner. But when they see you with a gold or silver card, they think that you're a high income earner. But at the end of the day, those cards, they've got different bank charges. Did you know that they have different bank charges? Like with the silver and gold card, their bank charges ranges from 250 rand to 450 rand. And our blue and gold cards ranges from 100 rand to usually to 150. So for me, it's not a big deal, honestly. Last time when I went to the bank, my personal banker asked me if I want to upgrade my card. Then I asked her, what is it in for my money? What difference is it going to make on my money? Well, for me, at the end of the day, our cards, we still use them we still have the same benefit. We still use them for the same purpose. So I don't understand for me to have a black card, then just for me when I'm swiping and people just feel like, they just think maybe I am wealthy, whilst I'm not really, and I'm spending 450 rand for bank charges. That's a lot of money. So that is another money leak which you can actually have. So so when you go to the bank and they ask you to upgrade your account, just get to understand what is it for your money. Because at the end of the day, we're talking about our money, because our money matters. We need to be in charge of it, and we need to be very careful of those little benefits which we feel like they are benefits, but at the end of the day, they are not really benefits, but they're actually taken away from your money. Be very careful on that. Then the last one, subscriptions we don't use. Do you know many people, like when New Year starts, we do our resolutions. We feel like, oh, this year I need to be healthy. I need to stay physical. I need to be going to the gym. So we go and we subscribe for the gym, and we only go to the gym January, February. Then March comes, we feel like, this is very tiring. I can't really have time for going to gym, and we end up not going to the gym, and those subscriptions are still, the money is still being deducted in your account. So that is really a money leak. And sometimes you might not like really feel it because maybe the subscription is a little money, but the fact that you're not using that money, you're not using the purpose of that subscription, you're leaking your money. So before you actually take any subscriptions, either it's be for gym or Netflix or whatever it is, ask yourself, are you going to have time to do that? But if your answer is no, don't waste your money doing it. Rather channel that money to savings or to paying off debt and use other things. So those are the 5 money leaks which I wanted to share with you today. And some of the money leaks, sometimes we don't really identify them. They go unnoticed because they can be like smaller amounts, but even if it's a smaller amount, you need to take care of it, because that smaller amount, if you put it to your savings, it can actually add up and make a difference for your future. So guys, please don't forget to get our copy of our book, What School Never Taught My Daughter. In this book, it's full of money management skills which your child can learn and start building the habits of healthy financial habits for them to grow up being financially prudent. And also, you can also check on our website. We have the My Money Matters Academy. In the My Money Matters Academy, we actually offer you loads of financial literacy content and one-on-one coaching for you to be financially free. That's what we are advocating for. If you like this video, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and share. Till we meet next time.